College. She is married and has one daughter. Please welcome the Honorable Xu Erwin, Consul General of the Consulate General's Office of the People's Republic of China in Houston.
Thank you for a kind introduction. Honorable Secretary of State Kemp, Honorable Mayor Calamus, Honorable Minority Leader Stacy, Honorable Senator Thompson, Honorable State Representative Mary, Honorable Consul General Liberia, Honorable Ms. President Becker, my good friend Lenny Wang, the distinguished friends, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's my great honor and pleasure to be here tonight to attend the Lunar New Year banquet of NACA. I'm so delighted to meet so many friends, old and new, here. First of all, on behalf of Chinese Consulate General in Houston, I would like to express my warmest greetings and best wishes to all of you present here tonight for a happy New Year and a happy Spring Festival. I want to thank, in particular, NACA and my old friend, Nanny Wang, for hosting this banquet and for inviting me and my colleagues to be here tonight to share this joyful night together in Atlanta, the peach city of vigor and charm. The annual banquet in celebration of Chinese New Year has been a proud tradition of NACA since 1979. It has played an important role in helping Chinese Americans preserve their heritage and bridging the two cultures between China and the United States. To the best of my knowledge, many Chinese Americans, like members of NACA, have, through your intelligence, industriousness, made huge contributions to the local economic development and cultural enrichment. In so doing, you have become a strong pushing force for China-U.S. friendship and cooperation. I want to take this opportunity to express my deep appreciations for the efforts NACA has made over the past years to promote the China-U.S. friendship and cooperation. It's my sincere hope that you will work even harder in collaboration with the locals and make more contributions to U.S.-China friendship and cooperation. And the Consul General in Houston will provide the support in this regard. I also want to take this opportunity to show my appreciation to all the friends present here tonight for your interest, for your support to the development of China, to the strengthening the ties between China and the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, this year will prove very important for the development of China and the U.S.-China relationship. In November last year, the 18th Party Congress of China elected a new generation of top leaders. 2 weeks ago, President Obama swore in office and began his second term as the U.S. president. At this critical juncture of changes of political landscape in both countries, I'm sure that questions lingering on minds of many are what path China will take in its development and where China-U.S. relationship will go. Therefore, I would like to share my views on these questions here tonight with you. The 18th Party Congress of China drew a blueprint for China's development, which lays stresses on following points. First, it is set up clear goals for China's development in the coming years. That is, China will ultimately succeed in building moderately prosperous country in all respects, with the main focus on improving people's living standard. To be more specific, by 2020, China's GDP and per capita income for both urban and rural residents will double that of 1920. We are proud of the achievements made over the past years, but we are fully aware that China is still a developing country with its GDP around $5,000. Development still is and will remain the top priority of China. By 2049, it's our goal that China will become a prosperous and harmonious modernized country. Second, China will continue to pursue the policy of reform and opening up. Without reform and opening up, China could not have made so much progress. China will firmly carry on this policy. Priorities for economic reform including striking a balance between the role of government and market, enabling market to play a bigger role in allocating resources, allowing economic entities under all forms of ownership to have equal access to factors of production in accordance with the law, compete on a level playing field and enjoying equal protection by the law, promoting greater openness in economy. Priorities for the political reform include improving socialist consultative democracy and community-level democracy, promoting law-based governance of a country, instituting checks and balance in the exercise of power. At the same time, China will open up in a bigger scale and a higher level, will further improve investment environment, actively attract foreign investment, and encourage more Chinese companies to invest abroad. Third, China will continue to follow the path of peaceful development. China will pursue an independent foreign policy of peace and uphold win-win strategy throughout opening up and cooperation to benefit all. Peaceful development is the strategic decision China made in line with the world trend and by its own interest. In so doing, China can contribute to world peace and prosperity through its own development, committed to enhancing friendship and cooperation with all countries in the world. China will make joint efforts with other countries to tackle global challenges and preserve world peace. There is no doubt that China's development is a good news for the United States, is a good news for the whole world. The Chinese economy and the U.S. economy are highly complementary to each other. Therefore, China's development will surely usher in a window of opportunities for China-U.S. relations and cooperations in all fields. For example, China will speed up the process of urbanization in the next 2 decades, which will not only add to urban workforce, but dramatically stimulate investment and consumption. While implementing its 12th five-year plan, China will import more than $8 trillion of goods and make direct investment amounting to $500 billion abroad. Providing huge business opportunities for all countries in the world. China will attach more importance to environmental issues. Some experts have estimated that in the next 5 years, China's green investment will amount to $1.5 trillion. Both China and the United States are faced with great opportunities of cooperation in areas of new energy, infrastructure, pharmaceutical and environmental protection, etc. Also, I'm confident everybody can see the huge potential in China-US cooperations as China achieves its development. Against the background of globalization, China-US cooperation is of global significance, as it is not only in the interest of the two countries, but also beneficial to global peace, development, and prosperity. As passengers on the same boat, we have every reason to seek cooperations rather than confrontation. While exulting at our full-fledged cooperation, I have to point out here protectionism still exists, and which have some negative impact on Chinese enterprises to invest in the United States. Therefore, it's our common responsibility to well manage disputes through communication and cooperation, remove protectionism in whatever manifestation, and allowing enterprises of each other's sound and healthy environment to invest and trade. Ladies and gentlemen, this year marks the 34th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and the United States. Over the last more than 30 decades, China-US relationship has scored tremendous and important achievements and has become one of the most important, most potential and most vibrant bilateral relations in the world. The most striking feature of US-China relations now is that both countries' interests are strongly intertwined with each other. In other words, we are living in a community of common interest. Now, the two countries are each other's second largest trading partner. In 2012, bilateral trade volume between China and the United States hit $484.64 billion, a 180-fold increase ever since the establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries. Investment in China by the U.S. amounts to $170 billion, and more Chinese companies are coming to the United States, generating thousands of jobs for the locals. There have been 39 sister states and 185 sister cities between our two countries. Over 200,000 Chinese students are studying in the United States. Around 30,000 American students are studying in China. 10,000 people are traveling across the Pacific and every day. Both of us are now forging ahead in building a cooperative partnership based on mutual respect and mutual benefit, as well as exploring a way to build a new type of relationship between our two major countries. Cooperation between China and the state of Georgia has been enjoying a good momentum as well. Georgia is a state built on dreams, but dreams empowered by hard work, guided by rich culture, inspired by creativity. I have had many visits here, but every time I set my foot on the land of the state of Georgia, I could sense its new development and progress. Actually, the relationship between China and Georgia has never been so closer. Former President Jimmy Carter is still remembered by Chinese people for his vision and courage to establish diplomatic ties with China. Many people in China still have fresh memory of wonderful Olympic Games held in Atlanta in 1996. Gone with the Wind and Coca-Cola are very popular in China too. So according to the statistics of China-US Business Council, China is currently Georgia's second largest export market, with more than $3 billion export in 2012. There have been frequent cultural and scientific and personal exchanges between China and the state of Georgia, and trade with China has helped bring numerous job opportunities for people of Georgia. Last 2 years, Governor Dill and Mayor Reid and all the friends paid very successful visits to China. So you are most welcome to visit China again to expand or deepen your cooperations with China. So I firmly believe that closer contacts and the communications between us are in the interest of both us. So last but not least, I would like to propose a toast to better future of the People's Republic of China and the United States of America, to the friendship between our two peoples, to the further development of NACA, and everybody's health and prosperity. Cheers.
Thank you.